It's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. We'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback in their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try to sneak it here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Lions first down. A gain of 1 yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
25 yards on
a pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Keanu Benton in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
That one out wide to Gibbs. He's going to be out of bounds, gained just a couple, and now he's got 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. Unfortunately, this one didn't have getting picked and going the other way.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This group slow to get things in gear in this one. Lost fumble on the opening drive, followed by a punt last time they had it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
A gain there of 23 yards.
The Steelers
That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Austin brought in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Brian Bragg in on the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 9. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the field. He does the rest.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That's caught outside. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
Blitz.
Rodgers now. Complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Kenneth Gainwell. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Second and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll run the sneak. And he will have the Steelers first down. He's the first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on third and inches. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 10-7.
Steelers 7. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll begin here on the ground. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
At the 38-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll go with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Laporta in motion. Now, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him. He's able to bring him down for a loss.
Here's Jack Fox now. He's on for the 2nd time. We're trying to get something inside the 10. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. He finds Austin with the ground. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
16 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's got a good gain of about 7, up to the 37.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, Gainwell. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Steelers first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and they're not going to be allowed to get it.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
He's going to air this one out. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
That's another Steelers first down. First down and goal to go.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. I'm this play caller. I'm continuing to lead in this, not only in this drive, probably for the rest of this game.
8-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Steelers. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers are on top. It's 14-10.
Steelers 14. Lions 10.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get across the 20. Smoke them down at 23-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he's out of bounds with the first down, but looks like this one might be coming back. On play action, Goff. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. Alex it. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Laporta in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. And the pressure. Too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and it comes from the 20. Returnable from the 17. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession.
Good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Warren. Inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
23, Lions 10. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. In the middle, he's got safe ground. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On first down, it's gone.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll run with Gibbs. He is tough to bring down. They finally do. Somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On 2nd down, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the pick.
And that is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. It does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Rodgers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. That'll be a short pickup, and not enough for the 1st down.
Gainwell brings up 3rd down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And will be taken down up past the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
The Lions first down. A gain of 21 yards.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Laporta in motion. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Past midfield to the 45. And he will score. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdowns Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions are back within 6.
Steelers 23. Lions 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
Kenneth Gainwell, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
It was a short one caught by Miami. The Lions call their first time out as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down is looming. Here's Corliss Waitman now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Raymond going to return it. And some nifty running on the return. But some good yardage before he was taken down. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's gone. That pass caught by Amon-Ra.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. To slide.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Lions.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. To Slaw, the man in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Third and inches. To Slav, a man in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Boy, easy call for an official. Once the receiver steps out of bounds, he can't be the first guy to touch it. So that brings out the flag. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Throwing, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out.
The Steelers
probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Rodgers on first down. This one grabbed by Austin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often we run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Now a pitch to Montgomery. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now, Goff. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield. Derek Harmon in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
It is 3rd and 10. Goff to throw. He's got Laporte open on the left side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporte. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Rodgers now. He finds Austin with the grab. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got it! And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 37 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Lions 20.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Goff to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Steelers offense, and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Here's a screen set up for one. space at the 40. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
21 yards.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
They run with one. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Now Rodgers. A throw left side. Taken in by Thielen.
Rodgers
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he will pick up the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Steelers first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he
line.
need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On the handoff, this is long. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 31. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Play action now with Rodgers. That is caught. What a throw. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
2-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point
Rodgers.
conversion.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Steelers 34. Lions 20.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And to be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. Right side, it's the Porter, the tight ends. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Now Gibbs. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 6. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
First down. First and 10.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Now Goff going to hold on to it. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's second and 9. Williams in motion. We'll go play action with Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Throwing, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On first down, it's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On second down, Goff. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Goff. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will cut the deficit to 7.
The score, Steelers 34, Lions 27.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third down and 3. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Metcalf, left side, he's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. They do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
24 yards.
Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and first down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's second and 6. Throwing, Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. Alvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 27.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense panning out for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. To throw is Goff. Over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
For a Lions first down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Detroit.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up second and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 9. A run here with Gibbs. Finds it out to the 35. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Detroit.
23 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, he is gone.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
A gain of 23.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Detroit.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to...
And he will score! Game on! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will cut the deficit to 7.
Score, Steelers 41, Lions 34.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. Will get this up just shy of the 30. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Once again, it's Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
This is a great example, Mike, of why it's so important that the front and the secondary work together, because I think if they can hold up a little bit longer in the back end in pass coverage, this play probably results in a sack, but he can get the ball out just in time, and they turn that close call into a fresh set of downs.
They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
3rd and 6. Rodgers now. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. They will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Steelers first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
A run on 1st and goal. A short kick down to the 7.
Gainwell, the ball carrier. Brian Branch on the tackle. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Rodgers. This one on the floor. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown Steelers.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So that challenge, a successful one. They'll run the sneak. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A lot of bodies down there, but there's one with the football, the quarterback. It's all that matters. Breaks the plane for the touchdown.
And all that quarterback is looking for, Mike, is the smallest of creases before that snap. Once he identifies it, all that's left to do is put your head down, get behind the big boys up front, and drive the legs across the goal line.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are going to extend their lead.
Steelers 48, Lions 34.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. First and 10. Here's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Goff to throw. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
13 yards.
Go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. Work this down inside the 45. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Williams in motion. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2.
The Lions will set up
Now,
for the
gone.
2-point conversion.
That is
The
caught.
2-point conversion
And
is
they
successful.
get the 2-point
That makes the
conversion.
score Steelers 48, Lions 42.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. That's to the big tight end, Freiermuth. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll motion over Thielen. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2
You know,
yards.
at this point, the
It's
defense
3rd
has
down
to sell out and
5.
stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Rodgers. He's got the connection there to Valdez Scantling. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. They'll drop to throw. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. The Lions have got it inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Gainwell. Into the secondary, past the 40. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Rodgers. Right here down the field. It will fall. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
21 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And 10 at the
And now,
35-yard
after
line.
that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
A throw left side, taken in by Steelers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
5-yard gain on the play.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the sled. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
35-yard line.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
He was defended by
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is hard. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they'll get him down inside before to get to 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came away within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Second and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at the game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Detroit Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws, and he did that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he can't quite get there. Taken down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's up, it's good. The Lions lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Texans take over first.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A Stroud now to throw. They set up the screen, marks. And he's able to get this one out to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 30 on the 6-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, it worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
First down.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of
and that will
5.
bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. at the 36-yard line.
Gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, Goff. Right side to Williams. They have the out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the
A gain of 8 there on the play.
It's a gain of 8.
And they'll be left with second and a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Gibbs on the toss left. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jameer Gibbs, 14 yards. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good. They have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Texans nothing.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jameer Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
It's
23 yards to pick up there.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down to about the 22 here. Just looking for a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And that's running early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A gain of
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Texans first down.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Inside handoff to Mixon. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are back within a score.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions.
So that drive
14,
7 plays in length.
7.
And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over.
So out now come the Lions.
At their own 22-yard
Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And his pass incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. But Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when the back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 36.
That's another.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is gone. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
That's good for a Lions first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now gone. To slow. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Lions 21. Texans
So that
7.
drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line set to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now Stroud. They'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring out 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Mixing up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. The pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
It's 2nd down.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have got it back to within a score. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Lions 21.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Now Goff. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That's a strong run there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From a yard out. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone. And they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double move the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Lions 28.
So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath,
settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing with basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a give to Mixon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down near the 47.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly get them guessing now.
So here's Kaimi Fair.